Yeah, so I haven't been consistent in recording speaking videos as opposed to just straight workout videos because I'll be honest, a lot of the times I don't have shit to say. But today, I was thinking, and recently people will talk to me about, they're not training because they're injuries or some other excuse. And I understand because of injuries. But a lot of the time, usually it's a rotator cuff injury, a lower back injury, pec injury, muscle, the muscles are too tight or whatever, right? So they tell me their story that they went to a physiotherapist or to a doctor, or the doctor told them to do whatever, right? And this stuff is pretty basic. Usually it's stretching and breaking up damaged tissue and blah, blah, whatever. But what gets me, right? I got nothing against anyone. If you want to take time off because you're injured, I understand. Well, a lot of the time people tell me what the doctors have told to do for them to do when they're injured to recover. And literally, I do those things just about every day. And if I didn't do those things, not to fix injuries, but just to maintain flexibility and to help with recovery, I wouldn't recover, and I wouldn't be flexible, and I'd be injured all the time. So instead of waiting for things to become a problem, learn how to stretch, learn how to take care of your muscles, and you won't have a problem. Like one guy, I'm not going to mention who he is. If he's watching this, he's probably going to realize, hey, why is he talking shit, right? But one guy in particular, a couple days ago, I was talking to him. He was mentioning his pectoral injury on his left side, I believe. And his doctor said about what stretches to do and what method to use with a ball to break up the damaged tissue and use circular motion in breaking up the damaged tissue. I do that all the time anyways. If I did not do that all the time, I wouldn't heal properly. So I think everyone should really focus on things like that a lot. Not wait to resort to those things after you have a problem. And me, myself, before, I think a lot of time I had injuries because of that. Not like sort of being biased against stretching. Being part of that brigade of people that says, oh, it's either yes or no. You shouldn't or should stretch. And it's not that easy. You should stretch if your body's telling you to. If your muscles are tight, what are you going to do? You're going to work through it? Unless you're stretching through the movement and it's like a squat and you're doing a light weight and you're literally sitting down in the deepest portion of your squat to stretch out your hamstrings and then pushing up and you're stretching through the movement, I understand. Well, a lot of the time, if you're tight, stretch. If you're not tight, don't stretch. Listen to your body, it'll tell you. It's not like, when I did my personal training course, they said it's best to do it after. I can't say that every day is the same. And I don't think every day it's best to do after. I think it depends on the day. A lot of the times, if I don't stretch before I do squats, regardless if I stretch through the movement on my first and second set, I'm not going to be able to sit down with that weight. I'm going to lurch forward because my hamstrings are tight or my knees aren't ready, or whatever, right? So listen to your body. Depending on the day, do what it wants, right? Your body will tell you. Yeah. Here you go. Stretching advice. Recovery advice. Yeah. I stretch a lot. Sometimes I stretch in between sets too. Like it all depends. And sometimes I don't need to. Sometimes I'll do bench. I don't need to stretch at all. Sometimes I do bench, and I know if I don't stretch my rotator cuffs in between my sets, I ain't gonna go very far. And I'm gonna be sore and injured and blah 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 and all that other shit, right? So stretch. Things going on. I need a good camera holder. I don't have a good camera holder. This is my GPS holder I'm using right now. Normally I put it in front of my speedometer. I won't do that. Well, the digital one's in the middle. The gauges are on the side. So yes, so I'm off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. No, I'm off to see Sean. Sometimes he's a dirty Wizard of Oz. It's okay. We gotta have our. We gotta be lively, right? What are we doing, right? Fuck. So I'm gonna try not to swear and curse and bitch and complain about traffic today. Hopefully. I had a rest, a little bit of a nap before I set on my journey to the gym, but sometimes when I have a nap, then I don't want to get up, and I'm like, hey, I could do this tomorrow. Sometimes if I'm already up, it's better, but I just forced myself, and now I'm feeling energized from driving and talking to you. But yeah. Let's stay tuned.